Alrighty, welcome to Late Night in Japan. We're Steph, Mike, and Tate, three Japanese guys with rich overseas experiences. In this podcast, we dive into the real life stories, the highs and lows, and the quirks of living in Japan. If you're curious about Japanese culture and what life here is really like, you're in the right place. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so today's topic is Japanese internet slangs or Japanese memes, whatever you'd like to call it. So I guess, yeah, Steph, do you want to start us off with Japanese internet slangs? Do you have any favorites?
I think we all picked our favorites, or we picked one that came across our minds. And for me, it's apparently a very old Japanese slang, so we don't use it anymore, but it's ORZ. And you're probably thinking, what on earth is that saying? But basically, lowercase O and R and then Z lined up together. And when put together, it looks like a person that's like bowing down, head almost on the ground, and then he's kneeling on the floor. And we use this when we try to express like when we're like frustrated, when we're like disappointed, when we're sad, apparently. So when you see a random ORZ on the Japanese internet, you know, he's probably upset. He or she is probably upset. So let's try to make them feel better if you see it.
It's like you use it when you're devastated, right? Like you're devastated and you fall to your knees.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It also looks like dogeza.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. I actually haven't used that though.
Yeah,
I've seen it a lot though, but I've never personally used it.
It got replaced by the new emojis. It's the OG emojis.
The OG emojis.
Emojis before emojis.
It used to be a thing.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Tate, do you want to follow up that?
Okay. I'll be talking about. Do you guys know 幸せなら OK です the interview?
マジっすか？いや僕ね受験期の時に眞子さまあれなんですよ待ち受けにしてたんですよ。マジでショックです。まあでも幸せなら OK です。
I do. That was like when did that come out?
That was like 7 years ago?
Yeah.
So,
7 years ago.
Wait, so Steph, you don't know it?
I actually don't.
Really? So it's this 10 to 15 second clip from a particular interview on TV. But, you know, the background of this meme is pretty unique because it kind of relates to the Japanese royal family. And like how it became viral is pretty unique. So back in 2017, Princess Mako of Akishino, so Akishinomiya, you know, the niece of the present emperor. So she announced her engagement with a paralegal at that time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Princess Mako had been a fan favorite within the imperial family for ages, and her engagement to an ordinary man, not from royal heritage, meant her giving up her title. According to Hoshitsu Tenpan, which is translated to imperial household law. So since this was such a big news back in 2017, interviews were held all over the place, and out of all interviews, this one became the most famous one. So this man who gets interviewed, he gets interviewed about this, news, and that's the first time he kind of acknowledges the big event. And he expresses like he's so shocked because and he starts talking about he having Princess Mako as his wallpaper on his phone.
On his phone?
Yeah. So he's super shocked and devastated, but at the end of the interview, he concludes by saying 幸せなら OK です.
Oh, okay.
Which means I'm totally okay if she's happy after all. And he fades away from the camera with his thumbs up. So this, interview became super iconic because of his reaction and the episode he had with Princess Mako, and how he concluded his interview was so iconic. It kind of became viral in Japan.
It's funny how like once you go viral and become a meme, like you'll always be remembered
Yeah,
as a meme.
yeah. So he's called "Shiawase na oke desu Nikki." Yeah, so Nikki is another net slang, Japanese net slang for dude or bro.
Dude, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So that's it for me. So
As
Steph,
long as
you
you're
haven't.
happy.
Yeah,
As long as you're happy, bro.
Yeah. As long as you're happy, bro. So Steph, you should watch it after this.
Yeah, I gotta go
recording.
watch.
So yeah, that's it for me.
All right. So I guess I'm gonna finish up the most, I would say, popular. It's not a meme, but it's like internet slang.
Mm-hmm.
So bear with me. It's gonna take a while to break down. But basically, it means kusa. Kusa translates to grass. Now we're gonna remember that and kind of leave that to the side. But basically, wada or wada for short means laugh in Japanese, and you would put the kanji wada at the end of a sentence as like
Sort of like lol,
LOL, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
haha. However, wada is 2 letters, so it's easier to just write W because that's just 1 letter, and the W kind of looks like the kanji wada. So people replace wada with the letter W, and they would put W at the end of sentences. Now, the more W's you have, the more you're laughing. If you put W's together, it looks like grass, and therefore grass translates to kusa in Japanese. So that's where, so you have, someone implies with kusa, it just basically means LOL. But I thought that was pretty funny. And if you're especially learning Japanese, you're just starting out learning Japanese, you might think, why the heck do they have the word grass at the end of sentences? But I hope this clears things up.
I love how like they kind of expanded and Daisogen. So like big,
Oh yeah.
big grass field. I think it's equivalent to like LMFAO. So like kusa is
Yeah.
LOL. Daisogen fukahi.
Yeah, you're pretty spot on. Like Daiso is like the highest you can go as in expressing your laughter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's just wrap this episode up. We all introduced Japanese slangs and memes. If you guys like this, let us know in the comments, and we might make an episode 2. But yeah, we'll see you next episode. Sayonara.
幸せなら OK です。
OK です。
That's a good way to finish.